This is Shilkam Bindu Reddy from 3rd year CFCA. Case study on air pollution. Ambient air quality monitoring studies in 4 specific locations of Tamil Nadu. Air pollution is with oxygen, which is essential for our body to live. Air is 99.9% of nitrogen, oxygen, water vapor and inert gases. Air pollution may be described as contamination of the atmosphere by gaseous, liquid or solid waste or by products that can endanger human health and welfare of plants and animals. Although some pollutions are released by natural sources like volcanoes and hot springs, the effects of this pollution is very small when compared to that caused by emission from industrial sources, power and heat generation, waste disposal, and the operation of internal combustion engines. Fuel combustion is the largest contributor to air pollution emission caused by man, with stationary and mobile sources equally responsible. The air pollution problem is encountered outdoor as well as indoor. With this background, the present study has been carried out to evaluate the ambient air quality in 4 important locations where air pollution is of major concern. The air quality index is also calculated for the result obtained, and the values were compared with the standard values. The output of this study will be useful in identifying the pollution status of immediate atmosphere and their effect on human health in the selected area.
Hi, I am Bharat Narayanan. I am here to explain the topics on problem analysis and problem solutions. In this problem analysis, we will be able to see the air quality during the months of Diwali in the two major cities that we have considered are Coimbatore and Chennai, and we have taken the data of the years 2020 and 2019. The solutions for these kind of air pollutions are avoiding crackers during Diwali times, use diyas over electricity, clean up your own mess, use green crackers, use the public mode of transport, conserve energy, use energy efficient devices.
Myself, Bhuvnesaran, I am going to explain about the air quality index. Air quality index is used to measure the pollution around the cities. An air quality index is used by the government agencies computing of the air record and air pollutant concentration over specified over period obtained from an air monitor and model. Taken together, concentration and time repeated, the dose of air pollutant, health and effects corresponding to the given dose are sustained by the epidemiological research. Air pollutant is very in pollutants and functions are used to convert air from the pollutant concentrated to air quality index varies by the pollutant. Its air quality index values are typically grouped into ranges. Each range is assigned to a descriptor, a color code, and a standard public health advisor. The AQ can increase due to an increase of air emissions. For example, during the rush of traffic hours when it's upwind, the forest fire flames are lack dissolution of air pollutant. Segmentation air often caused by the anticyclone temperature inversion or low wind speeds lets air pollution remains in the local area, leading to high concentration of pollutant. Chemical reactions between air and contaminated high hazards. On a day when an air quality index is predicted to be evaluated due to the fine particle pollution, an agency or public health organization might advise and sensitive groups such as elderly children and those who represent a convent study. Declaration and action day, the encourage of voluntary measures to reduce air emissions, such as people using transportation recommended to use of masks to keep fine particles entering into the human lungs. During the period of very poor air quality, such as an air pollution episode, and the AQs indicates the accurate exposure may cause a significant harm to the public, agencies may invoke emergency plans to allow them to order major emitters, such as burning of coal industries, to cultural emission until the hazards and condition update. More air contaminants do not have an associated with the AQI. Many countries mark ground level ozone particles, sulfur, carbon dioxide, carbon, nitrogen, and calculate air quality index. indicates of both pollutants. The definition of the AQI in a particular nation reflects the discourage surrounding the development of national air quality standards in that notation. Website allowing government agencies whenever in the world submitted for real airtime monitoring data and display using a common define of the air quality index recently became unavailable to communicate the public how polluted air currently low forest to become the health people risk to increase in accuracies. Different countries have their own air quality indexes corresponding to the different national air quality index. AQI is measured. The air quality index is calculated through the measuring six major pollutants: ozone, carbon monoxide, nitrogen dioxide, sulfur dioxide, and two sizes of particles known as particular matter 2.5 and slightly large particle matter 10. The major source of the air pollution is Bay Area, ozone, and fine particle matter or particle matter 2.5. The particle matter 2.5 is tiny with a diameter of 2.5 micrometer or smaller. For a sense scale visible, it should take to 25 of these particles to span with a wide range of human air. We often to see high concentration of ozone in warmer health typical air between a month April and October. Ozone comes mostly from the source of smoke such as emissions from gas trucks, refineries, construction sites, and gas stations. Will ozone is produced year around. It builds up most during the hotter spots of the day. The ozone pollution is worse even respiratory irritation and asthma. Such as studies like prolonged exposure to ozone and increased kind of risk developing asthma. We often see more pollution to particle matter 2.2 the cooler months of November through February during the burning of rainwood, but we also the pollutant more during the heart of this muscular pollutant can go deep into the lungs, bloodstream, and causing the lungs and heart diseases.